Hello, hello, hello again. I don't know why I'm sing-songy, but I am here at the easel, and it's been a while. Well, I don't know if a week, a little over a week is a while for a video, but it's been a bit, right? So I thought I'd do something really easy to get the videos cranking back out, but also something a little warm and not wintry. It's becoming spring here. We're talking about beach trips possibly, so I'm going to do something that's kind of beachy and see how it turns out. So I am going to grab a 1-inch brush, okay? And I'm actually going to take some bright red. And by the way, before I forget, I got my paint there. I've got liquid white on the canvas, and again, just a tiny little bit, so you can still see the ridges of my fingerprint and all that good stuff. You know, you gotta always see those ridges, almost like you was out too late last night, and you got picked up and booked. Okay, you had to do a fingerprint test on you. So somewhere down in here, let's just put some of this red. So this is not 16 by 20. This is a 10 by 20 canvas, so it's kind of, the camera's back a little bit further than I like, because I like you guys being able to see the painting and not me. But unfortunately, for this size, you got to be back just a little bit. We want to carry that color. We want to keep it quite red and quite bright right through here. Bring it down a little bit more. So I'm almost at the, what would you say, the bottom third of it. Probably can leave that white, but I need it a little bit more bright red right there. This should be a quick painting, but I've not painted it. So sometimes I run into problems, and that's not really a problem, is it? But just trying to figure out where I'm going with the painting when I haven't done it before. It's kind of odd. I'm going to add a little crimson to that red too. Oh yeah, I like that. I don't want just one solid color. Never want one solid color. We can raise this up kind of about right there. Just kind of let it get softer and softer. And one way you can get softer and softer, and I've been telling people in classes, get off that brush a little bit. So maybe hold it back here. You know, normally I'm holding it about like that. But if I really wanted to get off the pressure, get off the brush. Okay? So if I'm holding the brush like that, I can barely put any pressure on it. And that's kind of what I do when I blend with the big one. I really get back here and kind of hold it there. So the amount of pressure you put on a brush is kind of related to also how you're holding it as much as anything else. Maybe a little bit more of that crimson thrown in with the red. Yeah, I'm liking that. Again, it's an idea in my head. It may not play out. As always, if you're seeing the video, I liked it well enough to post. If you're not seeing the video, I didn't like it. So there's always that. Now, I am kind of lazy, and eventually I am going to have a palette cam and incorporate those clips into the videos. But for tonight, me and Squeaky Chair here, got some good squeaking going on, and just a little under the weather, not really sick with cold or anything, just I think it may be my gallbladder, so just kind of feeling yucky. I'm not going to show the palette, but I have bright red, crimson, I have midnight black, and I have phthalo blue, and I think that's all I should need. But then I'll probably change my mind and throw chartreuse out there or something. I don't know if you can get that in a tube or not, I'm kidding. So just a few colors. And really for these videos, I like just using a few colors. So I'm going to grab some blue, okay, and I'm going to give a little bit more crimson. So more crimson than blue, and mix those two together. I want a red lavender. So if you're mixing up a color like lavender, I want it to stay towards the red side, not the blue side. And what I'll have to do is I'll put this up here, and I'll see if I like it. And if I don't like it, guess what I'll do? I'll change it. Easy as that, right? No big deal. No big deal at all. So I just use that same brush, okay? Just the same brush. And we'll just load up a little bit of this purple. I hope this is a color I like. Let's see. I'll load up just a little bit. And I'm going to start at the top actually, because I want the top to be a little bit darker. Let's see if I like that. That's still a little too blue. Can you all see that? So I'm going to add a little bit more crimson to that. It's lavender, but it's a blue lavender. I know that's kind of weird. I want it to be to the red lavender side. A reddish purple. How about that? Oh, there we go. A grape. Let's say a grape. That's probably a better way to put it. This should be the color I'm looking for. That's the power you have here. Don't use the color if you don't like it. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Can y'all see the difference? Oh yeah. And I didn't really want to get it that dark. But so what? We're already there, right? It's going to be an evening time, so this being this dark is fine. And how I put this color on really doesn't matter as much as just kind of putting it up here with little X strokes. You can leave little bits showing through the white. That's fine. I'm just using little X strokes. It's going to be very streaky. And I'm working my way down to meet that red. And then what we'll do is I'll really make it pop here in just a second. I'm going to overlap that red. Always overlap your colors. You don't want to see where one starts and one stops. I'm just throwing in some color here real quick. We're not worrying too much about much at all. Okay, and then I'll probably start thinking about blending that down. Now that looks awful right now. Will it stay looking awful? Will you get to see the exciting conclusion? I don't know yet. Let's see what we can do with it. It's not looking like I wanted it to, but here comes the 2-inch to save us. I'm not worried about blending too much down here because that looks fine. Right in here, I want to join these colors. And then really, man, it probably looks like on video I'm going 40 miles an hour with this brush. Really blending this out. Blending those two together, the red up into the purple. And I already see that I'm going to add some more red, I'm going to add some more purple. Okay, and then blend again. This is what I said. This can be a really quick one if I had sat down and made myself do it before doing it. All right, let's do some more here. Let's finagle it a little bit. Let's go darker. Yeah, there we go. That darker is going to look much nicer. Bringing the dark down, overlapping those. Maybe add a little bit more. Like, what are you painting? I have those same thoughts in my head all the time too, guys, so I don't know. It's a little scene I've seen. There, okay. Now I'm going to have to grab a cheater brush here. A clean 2-inch brush. I'm sorry, 1 inch. And I'm going to work a little more red back into this guy. I want to bring up some red up into here. Nothing you can do to mess this up here at this point because these colors work so well together. So don't worry about it. Yep, that's what I wanted. And maybe just even more. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Ram has gone crazy. It's supposed to be an evening time painting, so let's make it look like that. We're going to blend again, blending that red into the purple and the purple into the red. Really don't, now you don't see where one of those kind of starts and one of them stops, so it's kind of nice that way. Up in here I don't care as much what's going on, but we'll blend it just a little bit, just to say we did it right. Down here I can clean that off. Right there. We're going to probably have something down here, so just find you a space to clean your brush off there. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so that'll be fine, I think. I think that's getting the look I want. I believe. There goes Squeaky Chair, really giving us some good squeaks tonight. What did I do? There it is. I'm trying to finish up old tubes of paint. So I have 10 different tubes going at one time, and I need to try to use them up. So I've got an old tube of white here. Let's see if it's still good. Oh, it's still wonderful. All right, perfect. I think I wasn't going to put anything in the sky, but I think we'll do something here. And I probably need just a touch of yellow. And I'm going to grab a touch of cad yellow, and when I say a touch, I'll show you here on the knife. Oh, just too much brown. There we go. Get it out here, and again, I kind of like the Wizard of Oz approach where you don't really see me. You know, it's like the man behind the camera, the man behind the curtain type deal. So, maybe one day I'll pull that curtain off and you guys can actually just watch me paint. Or you have to look at me, then you're like, go running away. So when I say a little bit of yellow, that's what I mean. And we'll grab some white with that yellow. And just mix them up with your knife, just like we normally would. Okay, and I'll show you what kind of color I'm getting to, like a soft yellow, buttercream maybe, I don't know. Buttermint. Now let's see, do I have back here? I'll just use my finger. That'll be okay, won't it? You won't get mad at me. We might be getting ready to mess this painting up, so stay tuned. Get some paint on your finger. Down in here somewhere there's going to be some water, and there's also going to be some stuff down in here. So somewhere I want just an indication of the sun going down. You can thank George Michael and Elton John here. Don't let the sun go down on me. Something like that. Oh, I better not sing. And just like with the moon, try to keep your sun kind of circly, but it's hard. I'm going to take that brush that I put liquid white on, and I'm going to try to just carefully, just knock that down a little bit. Get rid of any little edges on it. And we really won't see it much. I tell you what, let's just go crazy. I want to be crazy tonight. It's getting close to the horizon. As things get close to the horizon, you know what happens. They actually get bigger. You ever seen the moon come up? You know, it's going to be really big. Man, a little more yellow in my paint. I'll just tell you what I meant to do. I meant to bring a filbert back here and use it to kind of put this circle in. That's a good way to do that. That circle's kind of looking, oh, this is getting bad. It's growing. Still growing, guys. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Not quite as bright as I'd liked it to be. So, you know what we can do. A little more yellow in it. Yeah. You get the idea, right? These paintings are not meant to be my best ones. They're meant to be me sharing kind of the process and the tools and the tricks and the trades. All the crazy things that we do here. That'll work for what we're doing. But I do want to grab a fan brush real quick. Grab one over here. Alright, so I grabbed grabbed a filbert and a fan in case I wanted to do something with either of those. With the fan, I'm going to take some of that dark color, that purplish lavender that we made up. And I want to think about just some little things up here in the sky. Maybe just taking that fan brush and throwing in some kind of little things like that. I don't know if you can see those or not. Let's make it a little darker. Yeah, let's get this one a little darker here. It's almost just like a little line cloud, just kind of scooting that brush and kind of, lightning bolt clouds is what we'll call them here. Just something up in the sky, so we have some kind of something, and maybe there's another one. You could put these in with a 1 inch, whatever. and then we'll blend some of this out. Maybe there's just something happening up here. I don't know. Oh, let's just make some real clouds up there. Just some interest. Let's just turn these into clouds. Kind of do some little circles here and make them a little more cloudy shape. I don't know. Again, this is what you get when I'm working on something. It's maybe you may get craziness and be like, "It's awful, Bram." Bram may agree with you too. So let's just smush that together. You gotta be able to see these things and move around the canvas and not be scared just to take a chance of putting something up on the canvas that may look awful when you're done. You'll be like, well, I'm retiring the paintbrushes. And then the next day you get them out again. I always think of painting kind of like golf, female golf. I would go golfing and I would do horrible. Not always, but usually. But there would always be that one shot that would bring you back, keep bringing you back, you know. And it would be usually towards the end when you're about done with your round of golf, and you're like, oh man, if I could have been that way the whole time, I would be feeling so good. And then you do that one, and it brings you back the next time. That's kind of what I see painting sometimes. You may not always like the outcome, but there's something on that canvas, I guarantee you, that you really do like. And you're like, yep, I'm going to try that again, you know? And it keeps bringing you back and bringing you back and bringing you back. And I think maybe Bob was right. If you ever kind of reach Parnassus with with your paintings, then you're probably done, you know. So there is no point in trying to reach perfection sometimes. I'm using a knife here on this just to see what that looks like. I actually love that. Let's just go back. You don't need a brush sometimes to paint. Just use the knife and just some stuff up in there. Maybe those top clouds are a little further back. I wish I'd done them all with this. I'll throw a little bit of something off of them here. Yeah, I like that. I do want some down in here. Kind of, I'm thinking of them all swooping in. There's some kind of, phenomenon going on here where they're all swooping the same way. The wind's blowing really crazy. Yeah. I like that. And those are actually closer maybe to us, so they're a little more dark that we can see. And look at that. I love that knife. I love that knife work on those. Yeah, let's do that. Let's leave that and just be happy with it. Nope. I'm pulling a Bram again. I actually wouldn't mind a couple on down here. Just kind of towards the, maybe just even something down here. There's some strange stuff. I don't know if it's going to look good. Again, if you're seeing it, I must have thought it looked good enough to give it out to YouTube. I'm going to blend those just softly. Again, get rid of the marks I put on the bigger clouds. Well, I wish I'd done all the sky that way. So if you like this one, play with a knife for clouds, because shoo-wee, that's really nice. I'm not going to go into my sun with any of them though. That'd probably be nice, but I don't want to tinker all night. Bring some over your sun, knock it down a little bit. Yeah, and maybe just think of your kind of swooping in like that when you blend. Yeah. Yes, sir, I like that. I like that actually a lot. So right under that sun, I'm going to use that yellow that we mixed up for the sun, and I'm going to do this. I'll just cut right under this cloud right here. I'm just going to start touching. Ooh, I got some thin paint there. I want that to be a little bit of water, maybe. Let's see, I'm gonna raise it up a little bit and just try to touch straight across, and it'd be the brightest right under your sun, right? It's a setting sun, it's not quite down yet. But it's trying its best to get down and take a nap. So, and you're trying to keep this as straight as possible. Sometimes I'll just run a line and then work off of that. We're gonna cover most of the sides anyway, so no big deal about what happens over there. And just, you can even just pull the knife. Kinda, we're not gonna have much water. The water's gonna have the red color. If we were being really particular, we could have thrown a little bit of dark in it too. I'm not really particular tonight. I just wanted something easy, a quicker video than an hour. Because again, I've not been feeling too great. Ooh. My white that I had in that old tube is really loose. It's like drippy. That happens. Sometimes you get drippy things in your life. Just work with them. Don't worry about it. And try to be a little better than me at keeping this level. No big wave. I don't even know. I think this is an ocean. This could be a lake. That's actually fine. Because we're going to cover up the majority of that. Maybe one more little area right in here. I'm going to kind of have a shape that's like that. And see what we think. Boy, this is, I don't know how this is looking. I think that's okay though. Now, if you're careful, now I would recommend cleaning your brush. Mine's purple and yellow. Yeah, probably not going to be nice if they mix, but just with the gentlest of touch, like 2 hairs and some air. Oh my goodness, maybe just soften that down just a hair. I am barely touching the canvas. Like literally, this is where Bob would say 2 hairs and some hair, but I'm thinking I'm using 3/4 of a hair and some hair. All right, now we're going to go to black. Now where things get interesting here. We're going to bring this in like this, and over here like this. And we're just going to throw in some black. You can throw in that purple too. Throw in the purple too. Let's just mix some purple and that black and anything dark. And I'm using the fan brush. You can throw this on here with anything. The 1 inch, 2 inch, filbert, knife, it doesn't matter. And we'll play around with that shape. I'm not loving that shape. Bring out some little things like that maybe. Something like that. There we go. You can see super easy painting. Nothing that anybody couldn't do that wanted to try this. You could even, I don't paint in acrylic, I paint with Bob's paint, so, but you could even do something like this easily in acrylic. Then I'm just making sure to cover up all these areas because I really want this dark down here. Normally I don't care if I see a little bit of light coming through. Yeah, and that's what we need for now. That's what we need for now. All right, now the fun begins. Now we got to look at this and say, well, it didn't turn out quite the way we wanted it to, but what can we do to it? Well, my idea was not palm trees, because again, I don't know. I think it's the ocean, but I wouldn't be sure of it just yet. So I'm going to grab my script liner brush. Put my old one there. Got some paint thinner. Got some dark color, black or the purple, whatever, just as long as it's dark. As long as it's dark. And we're going to start thinking about some grass up on this thing. Seagrass maybe, I don't know. And really, a good bit of it. Just take your brush, there we go. Some thicker pieces. thinner pieces. And I kind of think that you're best to do this quick. Okay? And don't worry about it. You can fill in an area and throw some in there real thick there maybe. Okay. And normally I like to see things go the same way, but sometimes you'll have a piece that maybe leans over that way. Keep that paint thin down. Keep it good and thin. But over here, it's going to be wild, okay? We're going to make like sticks. Oh my goodness, what did we do? Palm tree? No, not a palm tree. Not a palm tree. We want some sticks of different heights. And you need them kind of, they're not trees, so you need them kind of straight, but a little bent maybe is fine. Maybe the one right next to that one. Oh, that's a little thicker than I want. Happy accident. Maybe there, maybe we run some up through here. And we're just throwing a bunch of these in here. Maybe we'll kind of thicken them up here at the bottom or the base. Kind of like that. Keep adding paint thinner as you need it. Remember that your paint thinner will typically evaporate fairly quickly. You know, so you've got to kind of plan for that. I'm actually like, that's really making the painting tolerable for me. I hope it's tolerable for you guys too. Now, that's going to be something completely different, but I do want some more grass over here, so just kind of all over actually. And just, you can throw it that way, throw it this way, whatever. Thin, thick, it really doesn't matter. This might hang, you know, Blanche Devereaux's bedroom or something, I don't know. Who really knows? Been watching the Golden Girls. Actually, it's not pastel-y enough. I saw Seascape by my buddy Nick Hankins, and I've been meaning to comment on it. It looks like it's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely perfection. But it kind of reminded me of the Golden Girls. I don't know why. The 80s colors. Maybe just a little bit down here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, yeah. And this can get very tedious, by the way. But you know what? We don't care, do we? We don't care that it takes, you know, I really honestly have never, and I know several people that worry about how long they paint. You know, oh, I gotta finish this painting. I've been painting it too long. Who cares? If you don't like to paint, don't paint. Sometimes paintings you have to sit with and look at and think about. Now this was not a difficult painting by any means, but you know, it's one I don't really know exactly where it's going. So I know this is probably going to be sand here, dark sand. It kind of, and we can put as much grass as we want there. But what I was thinking for the tall things there, they could have probably been a little taller even. I'm going to make one of these really tall guys. Something like that. Let's make another one. Grab some more paint, make that one a little bigger, a little brighter. This is where a maul stick would actually be nice. My hand gets a little shaky. We were pruning apple trees this afternoon and my arm's a little sore. Alright, so I'm just thinking this is just seagrass. And the easiest way to do this is just tap on some little things like that. You can also kind of paint almost like a little tree off here. And then just kind of tap. Very abstract-y seagrass, okay? So you've Florida people and coastal people don't get on to me too much. I can throw little sticks off this one, to where we might have other little bits of seagrass. I think it's seagrass, sea oats, I guess, not seagrass. Throw some little things, and this will kind of help you know where to put these things. Not trees. And then literally you just kind of, let's get right here and do one. Just kind of touch. Just kind of like that. And you can sit here and tinker with it till it looks exactly like you want it to, but for me, I just get kind of crazy. It's meant to be a fun painting, just to get me back to doing some videos here. Just touch. I'm going to raise this one up even. We'll see. I think it's sea oats. I could get the name wrong on that too, so don't hold me to it. Like I said, this is where a little maul stick would be nice. If you don't know what a maul stick is, M-A-U-L, I believe. Look those up. You might need one. Bob didn't use one, so I don't usually worry about it. And just get crazy with these little guys here. Just dots everywhere. You could even use a brush to make these. Like the filbert to the fan. I'm just using this because I want to. And we do what we want to, right? Something like that. I think that's kind of what I wanted. Not exactly. Painting don't have to be perfect. When you realize that, you can really take off. I know the painting's making my nose run. And you could even put a little dot or two over here. Look how careful I'm being. I can even close my eyes and do this. Ooh, I didn't want that there. Don't close your eyes. There we go. Like that one got in my yellow. But we're okay. And again, like I said, you could do a lot better on that. It takes a little time, but it looks okay. Now we're going to take a knife, I think. Yeah, knife. Let's get a knife. Let's get a little white. And I'm going to go into the purple. And I'm going to lighten it up. I'll lighten it up, but I'm not going to lighten it up much. That white may be too runny. It's almost like liquid white. But I just want to... Yeah, I'm going to have to get a better white out, guys. Hold on 1 second. That tube had set too long. Probably all the oil still in it. That may be too loose too. Here we go. I got a good tube here. What we need right there. I'll mix that white, a little thicker white, into my purple color now. I want it to stay kind of dark, but kind of in between too. I don't want it to be almost like a gray. See that? I'm just going to take this and just kind of, it's kind of like the other painting I did recently. Being kind of loose and free. It's making rock, but we're making sand. A little bit of highlight there, hitting there. Get up here and do this one too. Let's work that paint around with the knife. And this may be nice to throw a little palm tree in. I'm not going to, but I wouldn't be upset if I did. There we go. And for a first run through this one, it's probably okay. See how loose I am with this knife? Just no pressure though, you know, it's just the knife kind of touching the canvas there. I kind of like that actually. It kind of looks kind of cool. That color. It may not look exactly like sand, but who cares? Put a little bit up in here. There, oh, I like that. Yeah. Sorry for the reflection if you're seeing that on the knife. I need to do like Bob and tape my knife. My lights are all behind me. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, that's actually not terrible. Not terrible at all. I don't know if you can even see that, but again, that's sand, dark sand with just because the sun is setting, so the light is all in the water, and we're seeing just a little bit of light coming over there, but it's just enough to lighten up that sand. It's kind of like everything is backlit. So, really cool. I kind of like it. I don't know. It's different. It's easy. There's things I would change. I'd probably do a little better on these little guys. I'd probably do it. I'll tell you what, let's just try one. I've got it right here. I don't think the filbert would do well with that. And again, it could be my hand shaking. My arm is really tired. Yeah, the filbert does good. Add a little bit here. Oh yeah, that's actually nice. And I'm using a pretty good bit of paint. Get that effect there. Oh yes! I can really load up that brush here. You just kind of, I've become a fan of the filbert, as you may have noticed. Now that's what I'm looking for. There goes Squeaky Chair. He's excited too. Yeah, perfect. Not perfect. Perfect's a little exaggeration there. But a much nicer look to that sea oak. Yes. Again, just loading up a good bit of paint. And kind of just dabbing it on there. I don't want these to turn into big trees, so we have to stop here soon. Now, I'm almost toying with the idea of a palm tree. I can't decide. This is giving me time to decide. I said I'm going to do a quick video and probably like 40 minutes. You guys care? If you care, I won't do this. I won't do long videos, but to me, creation isn't quick sometimes. There. There we go. Kind of tap that one on there, kind of pull them down a little bit. I'm loving the filbert for this. And any little brush you could make do better than I did with the script liner, and probably be nice. Yeah, that'll work for me. That will work for me. And I have decided. I've decided something here, guys. This looks empty. palm tree's gonna be bigger than the sea oats. We know. And it's just gonna look great. I'm gonna try it anyway. And I'll just put this trunk on here with my fan. You can use the knife. And we'll park it right there somewhere. Kinda like that. I think that's okay. Oh goodness. If you know me, you know I don't like palm trees. When I say I don't like palm trees, I actually like the palm trees. I don't like painting them. So we're getting ready to see if Fran can paint a palm tree. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Like that one kind of coming back this way. We'll just kind of keep it dark. If that's okay with you guys. Let's just kind of, I'll tell you what. Let me try something here with this. Let me lay it out with the filbert. I'm sorry, the script liner. Lay out the way I want the palm tree to look. And no paint there, I'm just picking up paint. You can tap it on just kind of like I did there. I think the problem for me is palm trees are kind of just foreign things. We don't have a lot of palms in Tennessee. You probably know that. Like that. And you're like, what in the world are you making up in the sky? It's going to be a windmill by the time I'm done. Alright, that gives me an idea of where I'm going. Now, will that make it any better? No. But I'll tap on some dark. All coming back to a center point there. Kind of like that. Probably running a good painting. Or I need to definitely go down and hopefully do Nick's Seascape thing. Here, okay. Alright, so now what you do is you just kind of take that brush and just kind of do like this. There we go. This one kind of just comes over here. The fan brush I have is kind of rough on this. Sometimes you have to put a little thinner to get this to work, but if you can do it without the thinner, it actually looks better. Keeping it kind of dark. Pull on a little bit. Something like that. This is an odd one here. Why did I do this one? Well, once you do it, you just do it, right? I don't know why that one's blowing that way. But there's a indication of a palm tree. I'm having a hard time seeing. There we go. So I'm kind of pulling. Let's just let that one swing out like that. There's just some odd shapes on here. You're just gonna have to get over it and forgive me, okay? Will you guys forgive me? I'm gonna put one this way too, just to fill in the top of the canvas there. Yeah, I like that. That's better. So you can see, even me, people think I know how to paint, but I cannot paint a palm tree very well at all. Okay, so we got some sort of, Godzilla coming there or something. I need to practice palm trees. And then I need a little hint of a highlight on this. Just kind of pull. And I'm using that same color I use for the sand. Really just because I wanted to. No other reason. Need some more paint. Ew. Come on. Let's get this going. People don't want to watch this all day. There we go. Something like that. Clean up this side a little bit with some dark. There we go. Honestly, the palm tree doesn't bother me too bad. Okay. Let's sign it and be done and be thankful that we survived the painting. And then we can move on. I'll make up a light lavender here. Lighter. There we go. We'll sign it on the right tonight. A little more paint there. Got a wild hair on this filbert or script liner. Wild hair is keeping me from being great, guys. There it is. That is the wildest painting I've ever done, I believe, that would likely normally go in the garbage for me. Let's see if this makes it show up a little better. Wow, that is crazy. I'm still going to show you guys this one's going on. Kind of looks like an old comic book or something. I don't know. Weird. But I hope you like it. And I hope you do something better with it. Kind of just to give you an idea. Again, I'll probably paint this one again and change some things about it. But my sea oats kind of went crazy. And but I don't hate it. I guess that's the biggest thing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing and liking. And I'm going to try to do, so this is Monday the 29th, maybe today's the 29th, I think. I'm going to try to put another one out on Thursday this week, or do a live. I want to do something kind of spacey. So I will see you guys in a few days. Everybody take care. So stay well, be well, and be kind to each other, please. See you down the road, guys.